Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The ball caught by his rookie wideout. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The Raiders had a woeful 2-9 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
Come on. Set.
They'll go again with Genty. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First and goal at the 3.
Back to throw here. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Genty fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Driven him down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Let's go. Ready?
On third and short, going with their tight end. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
A great open field tackle is good. Stoppage shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Able to evade the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside the 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Alert. Ready.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Okay,
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Gibson. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here comes the Lions punter now. Back deep for the Raiders is Trey Tucker. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and he'll begin right there.
Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
At the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. That's complete. Genty out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First down. First and 10.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Ashton Genty there. But now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Come on, come on. Set.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll get this out to Genty. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Mustang 19. Go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
At the 6
Here
yard
we
line.
go. 76. Ready, ready.
The run straight ahead with Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Check. Hurt. Let's go now.
White will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown Raiders. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
You look at this Raiders defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Rashad White with his second TD of the game, his 6th of the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
out as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Lions 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He's got room to roam. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
1st and goal, Detroit.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Lions, 19 Lions.
They'll try and throw for it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there, waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught by Tucker. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Lions 7.
As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Here we go. Here we go.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
70, Timberwolf. Go, Mustang 19. Flat, hurt. Cut 19, cut 19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
One 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
18 Cardinal.
They're going to try and throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
And the Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43.
Looking to throw. Gibson. Now he'll tuck this and run. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Gibson. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Detroit.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And room there to work it inside the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 24-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go. Get back, Panthers, go.
Here's a give up the middle. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Come on, come on. Back, roll. Pass all 80. Ready.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Seven Pirates.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gibson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Viking 18.
Operating from the gun, Gibson. That'll be caught with St. Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Ready.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now Joey Slye for the point after. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Buffalo 18.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's out of bounds, but not before getting across the 50 to the 45.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You can tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Now he's going to step up and run. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, called it the 21.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's exactly what you want on the 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. That was good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, smash. 19 strike. 1979 Broncos. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Gibson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Ready.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try to help against the run.
And they'll run again. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And he's got it. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so he's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I want to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
35-yard line.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. On the give, Genty. And able to break one tackle, but get quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try to run for it with Genty. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Once again, it's Genty. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll get this complete to the tight end Donald. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Now back to throw. From the left side, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready up. Come on, come on.
On first down, it's Jeanty.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
He'll try again. And he's over the line and in for a touchdown. Ashton Jeanty with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Lions 24.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 70.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a crossover after that. He's right at the 25. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Okay, ready? Buffalo 18. Let's go. Panther 11.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 and the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
19 sight. 19 sight.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Man, and he hits it in stride. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
65, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cut 19, 18, 5 here. Ready.
2nd and 5. Finds Gibbs on the check down. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Gibbs will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Here we go, Scott.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tightrope. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's a gain
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
at the 24-yard line.
Give out of the gun to Jeanty. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 5.
Mustang 19. Go. 60 Eagles.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
28 yards.
That gain on third down, good for 28. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
3-yard pickup.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
He'll give this out to Genty. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for the offense.
Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. The 20. He's got the first down and more than that. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jack Bush, 41 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
31. Lions, 31.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Second and 10.
Panther 11. Panther 11. 17. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Operating from the gun, Gibson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
19 tight. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Back to throw again. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Lions first down.
18 runner. 18. Cut like 19. Cut 19. Go.
They'll look to throw again. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. 12 more yards there and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play?
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Lions are able to move back in front.
The kick is
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
35.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready? 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 18. 5 here. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
19, 18.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On the draw, here's Genty. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Back to throw. Open man is Tucker.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's 1st down.
19 tight, 19 tight. Yard line.
70 Lions.
They'll look to throw. Going right back to Ferguson. And down inside the 15 he goes.
12 more yards.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Avoids him at the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point by Carson up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Raiders 42, Lions 38.
The Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Five-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. Down the left sideline. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save the timeout.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. Warriors, 70.
Back to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's 3rd down now.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cup 19, Cup 19.
He's back to throw. And it is caught. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Riggs, Riggs. 19 Lions. Go.
2nd and 3. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's what it's been like all game long. Everything just a fraction off. Remember, all they're doing here is looking to get into field goal range. But right now, that's a tall task with the way this defense is playing. And with time, a huge factor as well.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points,